Honestly, we're just gonna go live and talk about our fucking Instagram. What do
Holy
you think
shit,
about that?
let's do it.
We've been actually posting, which is kind of new for us, I think.
Wait, are
But
we live right now?
we're live. We're going right into
Holy
fucking
shit,
Instagram.
we're going right into Instagram. No, yeah.
We
I
got.
saw that you finally posted something the other day, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, what did you think of my first Instagram
The
post?
first Instagram, I'm looking at it again right now just so I can be refreshed.
It was like Walter.
Correct me if I'm wrong. This is Walter White, the goose from the Goose Game, and 9/11 in the background.
Yes, that is what it
Yeah.
is. But the idea,
Is
you know,
that some sort of like kanji on this car?
it's from the anime. Like it's a really famous like 80s anime where the guy drifts like a Toyota car.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. But
You know what? For as much anime as I watch, I have no clue what you're talking about right now.
oh, okay. What do you think about the post though? The idea that we make a little reels channel where we try and clip the highlights of us saying funny, wacky
great.
shit out of context. Maybe like
Funny, wacky shit. That sounds like us.
yeah, like what if we just put like oh like I had my thumb in my ass all day
I
at
had my
work
thumb
today.
in my ass. Hey guys, I had my thumb in my ass today.
Yeah,
that's a good.
and we just cut the clip right there, and that
We
goes
cut
on
the clip right
Instagram.
there. And that's behind the Walter White 9/11 video.
Yeah, we just put the audio, so like somebody sees the photo, but it's just a still image.
And they're like, "Oh, this is such a good photo. I wish there was something really like poetic to go along with it." And then it's me just talking about how I had my thumb in my ass.
Hmm. Oh no!
What a
all
strong
scuffed.
start.
It's all scuffed. I accidentally closed the background, so we saw my wallpaper on the video. That's probably better that way, I think.
Probably better that way.
Yeah, I think the more scuffed the podcast is, really the better.
No,
But-
I think you might be right, honestly. Just show them the Discord. Fuck it. No.
The
Okay.
Discord. Yeah. All right.
Anyways, no, yeah. We've been posting on Instagram recently.
And Twitter. The Twitter has not. Mostly, I've just posted when the videos go live. But you've actually tweeted something, right?
Have I? I don't know. I probably have.
I can't remember honestly. I've been wanting to use Instagram more than Twitter. I'm just using Twitter to post. Like,
I'll hit the Twitter with something epic right now.
okay, maybe the nipple shirt that we'll be getting when we're live.
Oh God, no. That'll come later. That'll come later.
Okay,
New post on Two States at One Time Twitter. So
that's true. I should say we are at two states at one time. We're at the border of Oregon and Utah. We did the bit. Here we are.
we are at the border of Oregon and Utah. Actually, the Twitter is at Two States One Time, not at
Okay.
one time.
Okay,
Just in case anyone out there needs it.
we'll put it in the description too.
Hell yeah.
But I think that's enough about our socials, which are now live. Why don't we just go right into which topic do you want to talk about first?
I'm going to start right at the top of this. The generalization of a humanities credit.
Okay.
So, I'm a college student. I'm in my junior year right now, you know, living my life. And I have to fill out my general requirements for my bachelor's, whatever. And I have a very full schedule as is. So I'm like, oh, I don't want to take anything that's too challenging. But the difference in humanities courses are like a 3-hour lecture every Monday and Wednesday for like a film class, or what I ended up taking, which is bad words and taboo terms, a fully online class where I shit you not, one of our first fucking assignments was to rank how inappropriate we thought some words were.
Could you list some of these words if
List some of these
if
words.
they're
Okay, so there
appropriate
are
to even
20 words
say?
yeah, there are 20 words in total. I'd say the most vulgar word was probably they had the N word in there, hard
Right.
R, all that. And then I shit you not, right next to that in the like list was crap, and I was like, I
So
see.
we got a
some
full
swears in
spectrum.
the state.
Wait, crap?
Yeah,
Like it
yeah,
was
crap.
oh
That was the next word. That was the next word. I was like,
yeah, that's
we're really getting to see it all.
no, that's interesting. I guess I have a quick question for
Yeah.
people who aren't in college, like myself. Actually, that's Cap.
Sure.
I'm in college. How many of these humanities courses do you think the average college student has to take? Because I know like your major is usually what, like 90 credits out of 180. So if you had to guess, how many humanities do you have to take?
I don't have to take a shitload of humanities credits. I only, what, is it 3 courses? Something like that?
Really?
4
What's the
courses?
rest? Are you taking like How
You
many
have to
credits
take
are your major?
writing. You have to take an upper division writing. You have to take like a
Right.
history credit,
Okay, math. Okay.
math.
Okay,
I've
so
got most of it done. But
I see. So humanities isn't a big chunk. It's just kind of like
it's not a big chunk. It's
ridiculous.
just like, hey, take something. Maybe you'll get interested in it. But instead, because I didn't want to find something I'm interested in, I was like, what's going to be the easiest thing I can do? And I was right.
Is it super easy so far? Like, what is your?
So far, we have discussions on why we think words are bad and why people are uncomfortable saying words. And why
What was
some
your
words-
answer? Why are words? Why are some words bad? I want to get into this for a second because this is kind of philosophical.
No, it really, because it's just language. Because people say that, oh, it's fun to say these words because of, there's like scientific reasons, like if there's a plosive right here and there goes into an accented like a consonant, all that. That's why saying fuck is so fun, because of the F going into the CK. It's nice.
Okay. So there's
But
almost
that
like a
wasn't-
biological explanation for why it's enjoyable, but why is it
it's nice to say those words?
why is
Yes.
it bad?
The only reason it's bad is because of the language as it is as a whole, from my understanding. Because if fuck didn't mean fuck, we would say, let's say for instance, fuck was another word for like dresser. That fuck over there, but it's the dresser. I mean, it's still just as nice to say, but it means literally nothing.
Yeah, because you're just talking about the dresser.
Because I'm just talking about a dresser.
Okay, so I guess an interesting idea would then be like, what is like your philosophy on having language? You know what I mean? Isn't it? It's just a kind of a tool then for like communicating ideas, and yet we have a way of saying like there are ideas that are inappropriate. There's an inappropriate way to express the same idea. Like if I tell you to go wash the dishes, and if I tell you to go fucking wash the dishes, these are very different.
No, very different energies going on there.
Mm-hmm.
But only because I speak that language,
That's true.
It's just like, I don't know if you were like this, but I had a lot of friends and myself growing up where it was like, if we had a friend that was like bilingual or, someone knew a few words in another language, we'd be like, oh, do you know how to say curse words?
Oh, yeah.
And because we'd be like, we'd feel naughty for saying them, but it means absolutely nothing,
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I did have this kind of a situation pop up where like I met somebody when I was when I was doing my undergrad. I was at a community college and I met somebody who spoke like English and Chinese. And of course, like the very first thing we're talking about is we're speaking, and I'm getting to know this guy, and he wants to know some like bad words in English and shit,
English?
So of course I teach him some, as well as I teach him some like things that aren't like bad words, but like I wonder if he'll discuss like the idea of something being inappropriate, like contextually in a language. You know what I mean? Because, I don't think there's anything bad about the word cream pie, in English. You can use that word and it's very appropriate, but contextually, as a native speaker, you would understand that can also be like really inappropriate, right?
Yeah, no, I'm going to tell you what, I didn't think this is where this conversation was going, but I 100% understand what you're saying.
Is the class talked about that at all or no?
Well, we just finished week 2. We haven't gotten to cream pie yet.
You haven't gotten to the pie.
We haven't gotten to cream pie, no, but you know what? I'll let you know when we're there. And I'll be like, you know what? We took this completely innocent idea and we flipped it on its head.
You just really ran with it. Oh my god.
Maybe that's the next discussion post I'll do for there. That's a good one. Thanks for doing my work for me.
I really did. Honestly, I think that's what the podcast is here for, is filling out discussion posts.
Yeah.
Especially with us. Go ahead.
Discussion post. Let's discuss your audio in that last episode.
My audio, I was a little bit louder. We forgot to do a test run, and I like to play a lot of League of Legends.
If there's anyone listening to this episode right here, we are running off of some high-tech shit right now. We got a Discord call going, and that's about it.
I think they see the image in the background. I mean, unless they're on Spotify, but it's
Thank
really
God.
high-quality stuff. We got it in 4K, actually.
Really?
You
are uploading this in 4K?
No, it's actually...
Oh, your image you showed me earlier.
Yeah. The background image. What are we calling it? Guy looks at other girl meme?
Guy looks at other girl meme. No, yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
No, but the full explanation is I kind of switched my mic settings. I use a podcast mic for everything, and I just switched the settings to like play games and talk with my friends, which meant turning myself up because when I'm yelling at my friends that they're griefing me and ruining my experience, I need to be louder.
Yeah, yeah.
Versus
and,
when
like,
the ASMR podcast.
dude, you missed 3 minions in that wave. Kill yourself. That kind of stuff.
Yeah, Mom Go Sky.
What the
Fuck Christ. But I actually had an interesting experience on League of Legends recently.
On League of Legends.
Yeah, that I so one of my homies, my boy, and I were playing, and he was kind of being like kind of toxic with some of my other friends.
Sure.
But so I was like, oh man, like why did I send out this invite? Like he's kind of flaming my
were
other
you, like,
friends.
mixing groups or whatever?
I was mixing groups,
It
and
never ends well.
it really doesn't. And then I felt so bad for like my main friends who actually hang out with a bunch.
You felt bad for the usual suspects.
Yeah, and then actually this story is really important or for the transition here, which is that later that day, my friend, the whole time he's being toxic, right? He's asking me about like what I've been up to and shit, and like kind of stealing the whole conversation during the game. He's just like, oh, like what? Are you single? Are you talking? Like what's going on? What happened with this girl? And I'm telling him kind of everything as I'm trying to fucking play a game. My other friends are trying to talk,
Sure.
And then the very next day, he messages me and is like, hey, I got to tell you something. I was like, what's up? And he's like, I'm like really into you. You want to date? And I was like, haha, like, lol, that's so funny, like what? And then he's like, so is that a yes or a no? And I was like, oh wait. And then at this point, I realized he was being serious. And I was like, I don't even know where this person like lives. This is like one of my.
Have you ever been? Sorry to interrupt, but have you ever been hit on by a guy like that?
No, I've never been hit on by a guy at all. Actually, this was like a brand new experience for me. So I actually did. I thought it was like a joke at first, like he was memeing. I do the game bait myself.
Like,
I'm kind of a scammer
because it's not like in a weird, but you're like, oh, you just don't expect it, especially when it's like a guy you've been buddies with for a while.
Yeah, so that's the part that like snuck up on me. But we're like internet friends, like League friends. And then he hits me up with this, and I was like, what the fuck do I say? You know what I mean?
Wait, so did you guys know each other in person at all? Or
No. That's why I'm even more shocked. Yeah, so I'm just like, what? That's why I really had to like contemplate if it was a meme or not, because I was like, is this a joke or like, and the wording, like he's just like, hey, I just wanted to ask, like, do you want to date? And like, is that how people ask? Is that a thing? Like, give me.
The thing is, I could not tell you. I've never been the one to like be asked. It's always been like, hey. Oh, also, side note to anyone listening, if I sound weird as fuck, I lost my voice this weekend a little bit, so it's kind of in the dumps.
Was it the singing?
It was a little bit the singing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should get to the performance and like how,
We'll get there soon. I need. Is this the end of the story?
No, we're not at the end of the story because I want your like opinion on like which is my idea of like. So
I feel like I've experienced a lot of weird shit, but I've never been asked to e-date someone.
Never been asked to e-date somebody, and then I just like, okay, so my response, I'll just tell it to you straight, was I was like, oh man, like that duo 2OP can't happen, you know what I mean? But I said like shit. I was like I didn't say it just like that. I let off by like, oh, I was like, hey, I'm like so flattered, and then I said that, so pretty cringe, right? But like cringe,
but also like very fitting of the person.
Right. So I guess feedback was where I'm at now. What do you do if that happens? Like,
okay, when you told me that someone showed interest in you and you didn't show in them, I thought it was gonna have to do something with like work or something. This is so out of left field.
This is I really didn't want to spoil the details for you because I knew it would be extra like shocking. So
holy shit. Okay.
I guess initial impression, like what about his approach? Start with his approach. Like, is he onto something with that?
Really comfortable around you, it sounds like, because I feel like he was really casual with it from the way that you're recounting it. So go him, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
Do you guys play games with each other a lot?
We did like previously, but like
now it's a little weird.
Now it's a little well, okay, so we weren't playing a lot in general. But like we did like in the past, like play some games. We usually did like fives with this other group. Like he was like group number 2, you know. Like I would play games with them, but yeah,
He was your backup.
he was the back group. Oh no.
Holy shit. Okay.
Oh my god. But
Okay.
on to the idea generally, holistically, somebody's into you, you're not into them. Have you had this experience?
I'm trying to think because, like, maybe I'm pretty, like, I don't know. Most of the time when someone is interested in me, I'm like, holy shit, this doesn't happen a lot, you know?
So you're kind of immediately interested in them.
Well,
Like-
not immediately, okay? I'm not, okay. Let's clear that up. I'm not that much of a...
Okay.
loner.
Okay, immediately is a bad word, but if somebody's showing interest in you,
Well,
you let the fascination come out, you know? You're
I'll,
like,
I'll think about it for a bit. Like, holy shit, you know, someone's finally taking an interest in what I have to, you know, deliver, what I have to give, which is not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot. God damn. That's not true.
So okay. So okay, paint me a little bit more of a picture. So you main support in League of Legends, right?
I mean top lane now, but yeah,
You
I
mean
did.
top lane now? How time changes? What the
Yeah, I know. He main support though.
He main support. Okay, so did you guys even lane together? Was it already like you were doing that little e-dating thing?
No, we didn't lane together because we both played support, so I just went somewhere else.
Nice.
know.
Well, okay. So my thoughts on that. That's you're not gonna find yourself in that position a lot.
No, I don't think so. I don't think many people will, but maybe.
And while I do think your response is kind of cringe, you know what? The whole situation's kind of cringe, so it really fit and it worked itself out. It sounds like.
He didn't. He never responded actually. After that, the conversation died there, and now I don't want to say anything else because now I'm just like.
You don't want to keep it up?
Keep what up?
Keep up that awesome conversation, this possible relationship?
No, you know how bad I am with like.
Oh, I know how bad
So
you are. and I
I'm
also
so
know how-
awkward.
As much as I know from you, I don't believe you're interested in men that much, especially to e-date one.
Yeah, I don't think I would e-date at
That's
all.
another
Really,
topic.
yeah, I
That's
don't think I would
another
e-date. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because the thing is, I don't even know where he's at. So like, we didn't know. That's why I'm so taken out of the blue here. Like,
So it's not like you guys have like been playing games for a long time and he hasn't. Because like I have friends online that I've like shared Snapchats with. We're friends with each other on socials and
I'm
stuff.
friends with him on social. I could go look. I just haven't like
You're
cared
friends with him
enough.
on
I guess.
social?
Yeah, you know, I don't
Okay.
look like.
After this episode, you're gonna have to share him with me so I can see what this guy looks like.
Okay, I got you on this one big time.
Because
But-
I'm fully invested now. I'm fully invested.
Yeah, it's sad because the story's end. This is the end of the trilogy. You know.
The end of the trilogy?
Yeah, you know the story. I don't know what I'm getting at here. Listen, it's
Okay, well, I have some more e-dating to talk about. Not to do with myself, but I have a buddy that's like in an e-relationship. But him and his girlfriend, they like actually met up and they've met each other and they've seen each other a few times now. And they were like, it's not e-dating anymore because we've met each other. Now it's long distance. Is that true? Or is it just e-dating but with extra steps?
okay. Let me think about this.
Or is e-dating long distance with less steps? More steps? I don't know.
So basically, the way they're trying to define long distance is
They've seen each other before. They've held each other, so they're like, it's not e-dating. Which is kind of fair.
like I get their angle, and it's like if that's how you want to draw the line in the sand, you can. Like I won't like die on this hill, but I think I'm on the same side of the fence as you, where it's like, no, I don't think seeing each other one time changes the label.
E-dating is e-dating to me. I
Yeah,
don't
like
know.
I feel like okay, another idea in my head is I think of e-dating as people who are like Discord, you know, like the kitten, the fucking
They
Overwatch.
Like the of fucking e-daters. They play League of Legends, bottom lane together, support ADC. They have matching skins.
Also, I feel like I kind of exclusively use the term long distance.
For when a
When-
relationship is gonna end, cause same.
That's funny as fuck, actually, but no. I think it's mostly used when a relationship was in person and isn't anymore.
For long distance, yeah, no.
Because
That's
like
what I would say too.
I'm trying to think like if somebody started dating another person like all the way across the country, just abruptly, would I use the term long distance? And like the answer is actually maybe.
The thing is, I'm also a maybe on that because I honest to God, I just say they're dating long distance, whatever, you know. But because it's so funny to say they're e-dating, I still die on that hill whenever they bring it up.
The
I'm
thing
like,
is,
no.
once you dip into the e-dating zone, they were e-daters. They're hard stuck. You know what I mean?
Once an e-dater, always an e-dater.
Yeah. So like, even if that's actually you're so fucking right because even if they move into the same house together, they're e-dating in my mind.
No,
Because they're
literally.
still playing
I see
fucking
their
Yumi
fucking-
Zeri bot lane, and that's e-dating.
I see. No, dude, they play Rakan Zaya. It's
That's e-dating at its worst.
no,
Oh
I
my
know.
god.
It's so fucking funny.
Okay,
But yeah, no, they're funny as fuck. They're actually a great couple. You know, she's coming down here to see him. I get to meet her in person. I've been friends with her for like a while now. But man, saying that they e-date is just so funny because people that are aware of how embarrassing e-dating is that still do it, the
Mhm.
balls on those people.
yeah,
Oh
no,
my god.
that was a stroke of genius though. What you just thought of because yeah, the e-dating is forever. You know, like
E-dating's forever.
as long as
Long
you're like
distance is only for a few months.
Yeah.
E-dating's forever.
as long as you're like still playing like Zaira Khan, you know, Zeri Yumi, like you're e-dating. Even if it's from across the other room, you know?
Holy shit. Oh my god. You know what? I think that's that I wanted to bring that up because it's been something that's been on my mind recently.
No, that's good. I actually had a friend who was it was kind of like long distance, so basically for a lot of people who don't realize there's two places in Oregon, like Salem and Eugene, and you can probably like get between the two of them between like an hour and a half. I don't know. Depends how
You can
fast
probably
you
get there
drive.
quicker.
Yeah, I'm just being kind of generous, you know.
Yeah.
Saying you're slow on the drive. But so you're within like an hour and a half. It's not really that far away, but like in high school, that's like pretty fucking far away, you know?
Mhm.
So I had one of my friends and he basically long distance dated this girl from Salem because like there's no way for him to get up to Salem from Eugene and back reliably, you know. So they saw each other maybe like once a month.
Once a month?
Would you call that long distance?
I would call that a rough time. It would because like it's long distance because it's like you can't easily see each other, but it's like it's close enough that you could easily see each other more than once a month.
It's actually almost shittier than long distance because like
Yes.
you know they're
Because
like
it's not like a big thing for you to go out and see them, but it's so fucking annoying.
yeah, it's like actually you don't have any money. Neither of them had like jobs, I don't think. So it was like somebody had to like fund their trip, you know, like
Oh,
anyways, but
fund the trip down to Salem, Oregon.
yeah, imagine you got to go to your parents like, "Hey dad, can I get my allowance? I can lay some pipe
Holy
tonight."
shit.
You know?
I need
Like-
gas money to see my long distance girlfriend.
Oh my god. No, that's I don't know. I think generally my feelings towards long distance relationships are they are so fucking turbo impossible. But like they're not actually impossible. I've seen one work. Like one of my friends currently lives with her boyfriend and they were long distance for like 2 years and now they're at a total of like 6 now. You know what I mean? Like
Damn.
2 long, 4 in person. So like it's not actually impossible. I'm exaggerating, but like
It's not impossible, but it's fucking hard. Like,
it's like
I've-
it's like marriage work.
yeah,
Hard.
it is. You
Which
have to be really dedicated to a person.
It's you know the meme where it's like make a long distance relationship work challenge impossible, you know, like
yeah.
fucking in parentheses. That's how I feel about it. Where you're just like
That's how. Yeah,
wishing you the best, but it's fucking doomed, you know.
yeah. Your chances of succeeding are slim, to say the best.
Yeah.
Oh God. No, yeah. With long distance, I feel like the only way it can really work is if both of you are very invested and you have like a plan, like to not be long distance.
Really? So if there's
Like-
if there's like an endpoint kind of,
Yeah,
that's
like,
when
there
it
has to
can
be
work.
an
the
endpoint
best.
in sight, because if there's not, then it's just hell on earth. You know, like
Mm.
oh, I'm gonna move here, get started with this job, so I can fund us or whatever, and like make sure we don't die. then you come up here and we make a life together. It can't be like, hey, I'm gonna move and we're just gonna do this thing for a bit where we text each other and then every once in a while we get upset with each other.
Have you been in a long distance relationship?
I was in one for a month after my on and off high school girlfriend. We tried to do it
when you moved to Utah.
Yeah, when I moved to Utah. And we had a plan, and then the plan changed as soon as I moved. And I was like, oh.
Who changed the plan?
The plan was my sophomore year, she was going to move up here and be with me, and we were going to do our thing. And I was like, Pog. And then as soon as I moved, it was like, hey, that's actually not the plan anymore. And I was like, huh? And then, we did our thing where we didn't communicate enough, and it was, high school teenagers, long distance.
And it went into the gutter.
You know what? It did.
Fuck. Are you still cool with that person?
Oh, we haven't talked in
Not
years.
Cool. Not cool. Okay.
Not cool. No, she hates my ass.
Fuck. I actually, so when I was in like middle school, I talked to like a girl, but like that's like 8th grade I'm talking about, you know what I mean? And honestly, in hindsight, it was kind of scuffed because she was like 18. She was like a senior in high school, and I was in 8th grade.
Shit.
Yeah, I know.
You were in 8th grade?
Yeah, I know. And she like messaged hella my friends, and she lived in like Texas. And honestly, like, it's kind of, looking back, it's so cringe. Like, could you imagine being 18 and texting an 8th grader?
Dude, I'm fucking 19. Put that into perspective.
Yeah. Imagine you, like, literally, like, I don't know, a few months ago messaging, like, fucking 8th grader.
Imagine me right now messaging an 8th grader, hey,
But like, it also wasn't weird because, the girl was older, so.
Okay, well,
no one thought it was sus.
It might not be weird into, like, the generic public, but that's fucked.
No, that was it. That was being sarcastic. It's actually really, really creepy. But like, I don't know. I just was like, I met this like girl online. Did you play Transformice growing up?
What?
Transformice. You're like a mouse, and you're just like, it's like.
I think that was before my time. I'm gonna search it up right now. So
I can understand what you're saying, no. You're better off not. There's a lot of role playing and like. Honestly,
that sounds like you're an e-dater, so that sounds like stuff.
Yeah. So we didn't e-date, but because she was so much like older than me, but it was just so weird.
Not her, the dude. No.
yeah. You're right.
But what the hell is this?
Just bro, don't look, man. It's a relic of the past. But
dude, it's on Steam.
Yes, it is now. It wasn't back. It was a browser game back then. But
dude, it's free. We have to do some of this. Can we stream this?
I'll show. Yeah, maybe we'll run a stream on it. But anyways, it was like kind of like my version of Club Penguin,
Sure.
Where like
every kid's got those games.
Yeah, you're like kind of young and like you got like guys and girls like hanging out and they're like messaging and role playing and like. Anyways, you end up getting each other's like personal. I actually did meet one girl on there who I am still friends with to this day, and like.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was actually kind of wild. Her and I are like, we don't like regularly message, but every now and then I'll shoot her like a text and she'll message me, and like we actually still follow each other on social. She's kind of in a similar boat where I'm at. We're both like 23, but not done with college because we like tried other stuff out, and it's pretty cool. Anyways, but
so okay, you're gonna hate me for asking this, but did you role play at all?
No, I wasn't in a role play. I thought it was too cringe. Like
and you're being 100% honest. There's not like a secret, like an itch that you have every night where you're like, I wish I was role playing right now.
If I did, I would actually say it on the podcast that no one listens to, because that's the perfect place to get it off your chest. But no, I didn't role play at all. Like I played the games like with them, so like they did like the dirty game and stuff where you have to like say something more disgusting than like the last person said. So like I would do shit like that. Like I I plenty of cringe shit, but like I was not a role player. But
so you weren't like trying to get all anime made girlfriended up on Transformice?
Okay, I mean I would do like I was
mouse girlfriend
7th 8th grade type shit, like I go into the chat like anyone looking for a BF, and but no, it wasn't RP, you know what I mean? Like
all right.
Maybe that is RP. I don't know. Like,
well, I mean, I guess if you weren't seriously looking for an online girlfriend or boyfriend,
I was.
Then
I was. That's why I don't think it's
That's
role
almost
playing.
more embarrassing than role playing.
That's why I don't think it was role playing because I was like, actually looking for like girls who wanted
You
to
were
talk to me.
sincere. You're like, what the hell is up?
This is probably why I'm so fucking awful at talking to people. I can't just go to the bar and be like, anyone looking for me?
Anyone looking for a
You know, in fucking Club Penguin, you walk in the club, man.
Dude,
Everyone sees
I
the
know.
message pop up.
I know Club Penguin. I saw that shit. I grew up on that game. Saw everyone doing all that weird stuff. And
Did
I was
you?
like, no, I was like, damn, shit's crazy. I'm gonna go fucking sled or whatever.
Sled?
No, you could like go down the mountain or
I
whatever.
wasn't a Club Penguin player actually.
I
so-
was a big time Club Penguin player.
It's-
I was like, I would be on the forums looking to see when whatever the captain would be there, so I could get his background. Oh, that stuff was fucking hype.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but you weren't looking for BF, so
I wasn't
kinda
looking for
cringe.
BF or GF, so
Yeah.
obviously you wouldn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah,
Right.
you know what? I mean, those games all have their time. They all leave when they need to leave. I
They
think.
kind of are. I'm glad they're a relic of the past. I honestly bringing up Transformers is like actually like triggering me right now.
But that brings me to our next little topic. I wanted to talk about some like TV shows and like or like necessary like series that like last too long. You know how?
Do you have an
Friends,
example?
MCU Phase 6, that kind of stuff.
Oh,
like, Friends Season 10, that kind of shit. The Big Bang Theory as a whole.
Big Bang
know.
Theory, start to finish, it overstayed its welcome on that first episode, all 20 minutes.
Also, no, like you can only get so many gags out of that stuff, and then you're like, all right.
What do
They
you mean,
literally sent it into
Bazinga?
Space. But no fucking. Okay, I'll tell you what. If I see a like hyper like crispy image on the internet with the bottom text of Bazinga, I will lose my freaking mind. That's so funny.
It's transcended humor. It's like irony now. It's just like
No. And then they like tried their best to make an actual TV show with young Sheldon, but if I see that motherfucker anywhere, I laugh because I'm like, it's fucking young Sheldon. This kid
Wait,
out
is
here
this-
making boatloads to play young Sheldon.
is okay. Wait, what do you think is a better like irony, like disaster fueled comedy? The Room or Big Bang?
Holy shit. I don't know. Because, The Room, that was like a self-funded thing. He put his whole soul into it, and it's fucking the worst.
That's true.
It is arguably one of the worst like pieces of media that has gotten popular. But then the Big Bang Theory, I think the sad part about it is there's a lot of people that really like that show.
I guess that's kind of why it fails that criteria. Then is like some people actually think it's funny.
But that honestly, that makes it even fucking cringier for me. It
That's-
makes it even better.
That's true.
And so many people were like,
yeah,
"Dude,
this is
Sheldon's
okay.
about to sit in his seat again. This is gonna be fucking hype." You know,
I haven't actually ever seen the show, so
dude, it's so much. It's so, like it's actually not so much. It's so weird, like because it's a sitcom, so every once in a while there's gonna be a joke that you actually laugh at. But
Mhm.
there's just so much nothing going on. They do nothing in every episode, and it's just laugh track after laugh track. Have you watched? Okay, this is a little tangent. Have you watched any sitcoms like on YouTube where they like edit out the laugh track so it's just like dead silence?
No, I have not. That
If
sounds
there's
so
this
awful.
one that's like an episode of Friends without the laugh track, and Ross looks like a serial killer. He walks into the room and he just kind of like stares, and it's just like dead air. And I was scared when I first watched that. I was like, what the hell? This is like creepypasta Friends. Creepypasta in the 90s.
I need to. I'll go take a look later.
Please.
Honestly, I'm trying to think of some shows that have also like overstayed their welcomes.
I mean, The Office, that's another one. Like,
Oh,
it's
you're
remembered as
right.
such a great show, but man, they just wanted some more money.
I didn't
Just
finish
wanted
it because it got so bad.
It,
I don't know how it ends.
I watched it a lot. It's not a great last two seasons. The ending's sweet, they bring back Michael, and it's like, oh yay, for like one episode. He says 2 lines, that's it.
He says
but-
Bazinga or
Yeah, he says like thumb in my ass, cream pie, something like that. It's been
correct.
But no, there's a lot of shows that have overstayed their welcome, and one that I've been thinking about a lot recently is the Flash DC show.
Oh, okay. I actually need to say, I don't watch TV.
The thing is, I don't watch TV anymore either. But I
Mhm.
watched like the first 3 seasons of Flash when it first came out, and I love that stuff.
That
And it
came
just
out in
ended.
like 2016, didn't it?
No, because it just ended with its like 10th season.
What? When did that show come? I remember I was dating this girl in high school. And we started seeing each other like in December of 2016, and there was like episodes then. Maybe it was like season 3.
Excuse me.
Okay, we're back, and I'm going to assume I asked when the show started because I said that like I dated a girl in like
The Flash?
2016. Yes.
The Flash. Okay, yeah, no, that started in 2014, and
Okay.
it's just about to end.
Okay.
It
Okay.
hasn't ended yet, which is insane.
No, yeah.
And then
Go on.
no, you okay, yeah. But then, which is crazy to me because it is already too much of that show. But it's a spin-off of the Arrow show that started in 2012.
Oh my god. Wait. So
And
he
that
made like a
show
cameo and then just like
Yeah, he made a cameo, and people were like, "Oh my god, it's happening!" And the first season of Flash, great. Second season of Flash, I remember being great. Third season of the Flash, I remember being not so great, and that's when I stopped. And it kept going. And if you look at the clips of like the CG artists, they stopped paying them enough money or something. They're like underpaid or they're being overworked, not giving enough break because motherfucker, it used to look so good, and now it looks like they are putting like objects in like Unity and just moving them around.
oh my god. Yeah,
Rough.
it's in the gutter. Okay, so I guess it does kind of suck when they just like ride it out till the end and like just milk the cow for like every drop.
Mhm.
What do you think about the opposite though? Like when a show ends too early, like they
When
don't
a show
give
ends
when they don't
too
give you
early?
enough. You're just like they just
That
leave
is
you high and dry. You know, you're
easily
edging on.
worse.
Is it?
In my opinion, that is easily worse, and that's a big thing I have against like streaming platforms right now. Is they like Netflix especially? They would, okay anything. They would start any show, and however the first season would determine the rest of the show's like existence. Like
Mhm.
there was the Santa Clarita Diet. I love that show. Hilarious as fuck. It's about like this middle class white family that's the mom turns into a zombie, and I thought it was hilarious. And then it ended on a cliffhanger.
I've actually seen a lot of that show.
I thought it was
Surprisingly,
great.
I wasn't really into it. Again, that was like another like 2016 type show, huh?
Yeah,
Like,
it was.
because I came out like my senior year of high school, and yeah, the girl I was with wanted to watch it, and I was like, "What the fuck are we watching?"
No, yeah, I think it is a travesty when shows end too early because especially to the actors, especially if they're doing a good job, because that's a whole team of people that are putting together something that could be really great, but maybe it just doesn't get its time in the limelight, or maybe it just it misses its mark, and it just that's a travesty.
Right. I guess like one example, obviously it's kind of iconic and like really famous, is the like Game of Thrones. The director's not like signing for like 12 seasons or whatever. Like HBO asked for like 4 more seasons, and they're like, "Oh, we'll do 1 more." And they're like, what? And they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna wrap this bitch up in 1." Like,
God.
so I don't know. That kind of like left a really bad taste in my mouth. And most people, honestly, they're just like
it
so
really
frustrated.
It was really rough.
Have you been watching the new Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings show?
Oh, the House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
I haven't started it yet. I've heard some good things.
I've heard some like mixed things between the Lord of the Rings show and the House of Dragon show. But
Oh yeah, I haven't started the Rings of Power.
I haven't seen either. I'll probably watch them when they're all done. So like,
Yeah, because I don't know, with those shows, since it's so much like a movie, if I don't have the full like story arc in whatever a week's time, I get lost.
yeah, that's true because you do watch it and then like, by the end of the show, you've been watching this for like 5 months and you're like, oh, who the fuck was that again?
No, yeah,
Why is he
especially
important?
since like shows like that, they're being made for a streaming platform where you are like literally supposed to sit down and watch a ton at once. That's how they like run their whole thing.
Yeah, doesn't Netflix do that thing where they just like dump seasons on you? They don't do episodes.
Yeah, with very few shows will it be like weekly or something like that. Most of the time they just fucking blow their load of a season on you, and you're like, oh great.
And then you feel
I've been
empty
waiting
for the
this
rest of the
3
year.
years, and I just finished it in 2 days. And that's like the opposite end of it, where it's like they give you everything you want, but then it's all gone so quick.
It hurts. It kind of hurts your soul to be like, oh, it's over. That happened with
No,
Sex
it's-
Education. Honestly, every
Oh,
time a new
God,
season
that
of Sex
shit's so
Education
good.
comes out, I'm just like, I just binge the whole thing, feel a lot of feels, and then like feel empty inside for the next 2 days, and I'm like, it's over. It's fucking over.
I feel the same with that show. It's so good. There's honestly only a few shows that I'll like set aside my time to watch on Netflix. Most of the time it's like, oh, I need something on in the house so I can, feel like it's lively in here or whatever. Or we have people over and we need sound, so when no one's talking, it's not weird, But I'm not gonna go out of my way to watch. What's the first thing that comes up when I search up Netflix? Let's see.
Big Mouth.
Sure. I'm not gonna go out of my way and be like, oh fuck, the new season of Big Mouth is out. I have to be really uncomfortable for the next 3 hours while I watch this whole season.
Did you watch Big Mouth?
I watched 2 episodes and I said, bro.
I watched like the first 2 seasons.
You watched 2 full seasons?
I watched 2 full seasons. I don't know. I kind of like raunchy comedy, but honestly, at some point it did set into me that it's fucking bad.
It's like, you know what? If that's someone's cup of tea, that's someone's cup of tea. And you know what? The writers, I know they do good stuff, but like it's weird because they're like high schoolers or middle schoolers or whatever, and the animation sucks ass. Every time I look at the characters, I get mad. I get upset.
I think it's part of the charm.
Teeth. I see like a penis monster, and I'm like, come on, guys.
Have you seen the part where the guy fucks the turkey on Thanksgiving?
He fucks a turkey. Is it the same guy who fucks the pillow?
It's the same guy who fucks the pillow, yeah.
Damn it, dude. I saw the pillow arc. Don't get me wrong. I saw the pillow arc. They have the pillow child or whatever, and I was like, this is too much.
And they fucking named the pillow Scorpion or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. And he's wearing like the fucking snapback. I don't know.
Oh my god.
No,
holy shit.
God, that show makes me upset.
I haven't finished the newest season or seen the HR spinoff or whatever.
There was a spinoff?
Yeah, there's a new one. It's called like HR or something like that.
Sure.
And it's The Office but big, and it's just the sex monsters. It's all the hormone monsters, and they just do The Office.
You're kidding me.
No.
Oh my god. You know what? I would watch that. Because that's fucking crazy.
Why would you watch that? But I guess you're not dealing with all the teenagers. You're just dealing with the monsters.
That's
the monsters doing the fucking Bazinga bit.
Oh my god, I would kill to see a Big Mouth Bazinga bit. I hate Big Mouth, hate Bazinga, but man, seeing those worlds collide.
Holy shit,
man. But yeah, on the topic of like Big Mouth and stuff, and talking about like shows that have overstayed their welcome, what are your thoughts on like the American cartoons that are just there? They will never end. You got your Simpsons, your Family Guy.
Are these shows never gonna end? I feel like they're gonna end, but you're probably right, actually. So? Well, like that's
what season of The Simpsons are we on right now? You take a wild guess right now.
80.
Okay, well that's insane.
I don't know.
We're on 34.
Okay.
34 years of drawing Homer Simpson. You know what that does to a brain?
Is it the same fucking guy doing it still?
Probably. Holy shit, you're not kidding me.
It's still just that one fucking intern.
You know what? Let me look this up. Is the same guy drawing Homer Simpson?
The same
I mean, he's gotta be, right?
No way. It's somebody else. After 30 years, you can't draw him anymore. But
okay, well now I'm only getting stuff on how to draw Homer Simpson. It's like 3 shapes, guys. It's not that hard. Oh, that's my good. God. A fun fact about The Simpsons. It's based in like Springfield, right? In Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually know the guy who owns the bar that they like go to in the show.
Wait, there's a Moe's?
Like the guy who owns the bar that's based off of. I did a show with him in Oregon.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's not actually called Moe's, but there's a bar that Moe's is based off.
Yes.
What's it called?
I have no idea because I did a show with him when I was 16, and I was like,
you didn't give that much
crazy.
Damn, that's crazy. Oh yeah. Fuck that! Saying that's crazy. Okay, this brings up something that I didn't put on the list, but just came to my mind, which is
please. That's what we're here for.
It reminded me at my job because I work in behavioral health. I can't say that's crazy. You can't use the word crazy at all, actually. So I'm trying to remove that from my vocabulary. That's crazy, by the way. But
can you say wild?
Yes. and you can say like other things.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say you can't say that's insane.
Nope, you can't say that's insane.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
But what I was gonna say was, after working at this other job, I've kind of realized like how the fuck do you get like motivated to do one job forever?
Yeah.
Yeah, you mentioning that's crazy, because I'm just like, I'm doing this job and it's like paying me really well and the company treats me really well, but I'm just like, how the fuck would I do this?
Say that's crazy again.
Okay, first of all, I can't say that's crazy. Second of all, how the fuck do you do one job for 20 years that isn't Dutch Bros?
Like, oh my god,
that isn't Dutch.
I think it's crazy. Not to say the word, but I think it's crazy that we live in a society where it is so normal to go to school for 4 years so you can do a job for the rest of your life, and then you're kind of stuck in it. And the only other option is to do a different job for the rest of your life. Because if you're moving around from jobs, people are like, oh, why can't you hold a job? But it's not that. It's, I don't want to be with the same fucking people forever.
Yeah, I feel like I really like to mix it up in my life, just in general. Like, not even my job. Like,
like on a day-to-day thing. No, yeah.
Yeah, like, that I buy, like, the new smartphone, like, every year, right?
Yeah,
that's like a problem. That's, like, not a good thing. That's, like,
But it's something about you. Like, you'll test them out, too, which when the first time you were like, yeah, I'm going to test out this phone, I was like, this guy is fucking weird.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
That's crazy.
No, yeah, the thing is, and I like to use Android and I like to use iOS, so, like, I mix it up every year. Just like, oh, buy a Google Pixel, buy like, an iPhone.
Every other year, someone's like, oh, Damien's back to the blue messages. That's all.
Have you not noticed that? Have I never? I don't text you.
We don't text, like, ever.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
The other day, we're in the blue right now.
So we're in the blue right now. We are pogging out. But so I do like to mix it up. And then the other thing is, like, I like to get different cars too, like I've had like 8 cars and I'm 23,
Holy shit, yeah, I never think about that.
Yeah, so I've had like 2 different trucks, my Jeep, a GTI, a Golf, a diesel Golf, like yeah, it's a bunch of other cars. I got a Ford car, but it's just like I can't, do like one thing for like a long time. I feel like that's just like not in my nature, and it kind of has me concerned because I'm like, fuck, am I really gonna do this for 20 years? And the answer is no, because like I'm gonna get like a graduate degree and like
it'll be something, same field, different work.
Exactly, yeah. So like right now, have I ever told you what like a day looks like for me?
I have no idea what you do except put your thumb up your ass. That's all I've heard.
I do put thumb up my ass.
All I hear is stuff that you're doing with your own ass, and you're like, yeah, I'm not gonna date this dude. I'm not into guys. And I'm like, are you sure?
Yeah, so I guess like not to like expose anything. I mainly like
use broad terms.
Yeah. I like give people like their medications, but it's a community-based behavioral facility, so it's not like the state hospital or something where I'm forcing people to take meds so they don't like hurt me or something. Yeah. Like these are people who are like transitioning back into like normal life, and I kind of like help them relearn skills to be like more independent. So like budgeting or helping them get back on their social security, or like I wake them up for their meds, but I don't like shove them down their throat while they're wearing a straitjacket or something. You know what I mean? I just like, I'm like, hey, like I got your like 8 a.m. meds if you want to meet me over there. And then they can say like no, actually, if they want. You know what I mean? And like I'm not.
What happens if a person says no multiple times? Like, do you guys do anything about that? Or
yeah,
is that not something you can talk about?
Yeah, I mean, I won't get into the details, but the answer is if somebody's not wanting their meds every day, they're probably not really aligning with the they're not probably aligning with the program very well, which is like, hey, I'm trying to get better, so
okay. Interesting.
It would be the same thing with if they did anything like violent or something. You know what I mean? Like
okay, cool.
Yeah, so it's a lot of that. Basically, like imagine like I'm a teacher sort of for like 8 people at a time, and they want to learn like things like legal skills or like
you're like a super tutor.
Yeah, I'm the super tutor.
Yeah.
Who I also give out meds.
Hell yeah, you're like the
cool teacher,
everyone's favorite buddy in college.
Oh my god, you're actually so fucking right. But no, so I don't know. I kind of did have that like dilemma pop up of like, you know, But I actually went to work today and had like a super good day at work. Like I messaged you in the middle of my shift that my thumb was in my ass, and
Mhm.
that's not why I had a good shift. But actually because I found a bunch of stuff to do. And like
Awesome.
I like to be busy.
No,
So
me too. Me too. There's nothing more that I hate than going to work a shift and then you're just kind of doing nothing. Because like every once in a while, don't get me wrong, that can be nice if you're having a rough week or something. But
yeah.
being somewhere and just sitting around makes me go crazy.
I actually did not like get a lot of sleep. I had to get up for work today at like 5:45 a.m. and I was at Ariana's birthday last night, which obviously
Yeah,
like that's where all the photos were at. And I got home at
yeah,
like 12:30, so I was like got like 4
yeah. That's
hours
not
of
a
sleep.
lot. Did you get a nap in,
No
or did
nap.
you just hop on right onto this?
No, I got off and we're here. We're live.
Oh my
Comcast
god,
live.
Comcast Live.
Code
Oh wait, you're
name.
not allowed to say that.
Oh
um,
fuck. I forgot.
okay,
Cuz it
I got a big question for you.
mhm.
With the whole job and everything, how does it feel to work a job where you can't say that's crazy, and also be working a job where saying that's crazy is usually the only option you have?
Because that's actually crazy. Like it's I don't know. I sometimes say it on accident, but like
Because like
it's
I've
actually
worked
really
as a,
hard. It's really fucking hard to
I'm sure
remove
because
words from
it's
your
something
vocab.
that is so normal to say right now, and
Hmm.
especially the job that you work, where literally half the people that come through are,
Well,
they're not actually
it's
crazy.
not that you're calling them crazy. It's that somebody will say something
Say
or do
something
something and
so
you're like,
fucking stupid, you have no thing to say except, "Damn, that's
"Yeah,
crazy."
that's what you want to do." So like somebody like will tell me some shit like fuck, I'm trying to think. Like they're like, man, I got like 200 acres. I'm a fucking ex Navy. You know what I mean? They go like you got the story, and you sit and you hear it, and you don't end with that's crazy. You're like, oh, all right. You know, like,
That's interesting. You're
but
like, "Oh, are you not impressed?"
yeah. So it's
Interesting, interesting.
it's tough. I don't know. Change. I don't know if you've ever tried to change your vocabulary,
Oh,
but
no, yeah, 100%. Last year with the university, we did a show in collaboration with the Children's Theater that works through the university,
mhm.
and we were working with a bunch of children, and it was like, oh, cool. But that also meant we were working with a bunch of children, and there were a bunch of 20-year-olds.
You
So,
can't say
you show up
fuck.
to rehearsal. Yeah, the first week, I was the only one who was calling people out. I was like, guys, you can't say fuck. Charlotte is 7 years old. You can't do this. And then by
Poor
like week
Charlotte.
3, we're all walking in the room like, "What the fart is up, guys?" And we just sound like ridiculous.
I bet the kids liked it though. That's pretty
You
funny
know,
with all these like older guys or
yeah,
older
because
kids.
it was funny because there were some kids that were pretty young, but then there were some that were like, senior year of high school, and this was just like in like they were part of the university, so they're like, "Oh, it looks better for me," and they're like, they're on Tinder, they're a year younger than me, and I'm like, "What the hell is going on?"
Yeah, they're
Um,
like 18 years old on
Yeah,
Tinder.
and they're like, "Hey, what's up? I'm going to a party." And you're like, "I don't want to go to a party with a high schooler, but I'm literally friends with the people you're going with, so this is weird."
Yeah. Have you oh my god. Did you have the experience where you had people in your grade on like Tinder and then oh fuck, you were homeschooled. Jesus Christ, never mind.
I mean, okay. I was homeschooled, but no, I do know what you're talking about.
Dude, it made me so mad because like there'd be people like 17, they just say 18 and then you're like
I hate that shit.
you are like fucking cringing it. You're ruining the experience for other
You're
people.
ruining the experience for other people, and you're just fucking lame. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
I wasn't on dating apps when I was at that, like in high school, because I'd been in a relationship for so long,
Mhm.
and also I wasn't 18 until I moved to college,
Mhm.
so I just didn't. But no, now that I am on dating apps, whenever I see someone that's like, I'm actually, whatever, I'm actually 20, I'm not 25. I'm like, you gave yourself 5 extra years. You were 13 on here? Who the fuck was matching with you when you were 13? Because that's insane.
Oh,
You
that's
know?
so awful.
It like makes me feel bad for them.
Yeah, it's Jesus Christ. Did you fuck, what was I gonna say? I had like a point off of that, but
You
it
got a
just made
point
me
off.
so angry to think about that suddenly.
I mean, another thing about it is like seeing your friends on fucking dating apps is always funny as fuck.
It is
Because
funny as fuck. You always
you
swipe
get to
right just
see.
to see what happens.
Oh my god, yeah, no. Uh, it's always funny to see like because I have a lot of friends that I know in a very like friendly way, but seeing like the way they act in like a different stance where they want people to be interested in them romantically or whatever that may be.
Oh,
Holy shit.
I
Like,
don't.
I have this one friend that I won't give any names or any like details about, but they're like relatively normal, kind of weird. But then you see them on dating apps and they're like looking for a sub, and you're like, God damn, this is so. How am I gonna look at you?
Yeah, you're like, hi.
You're like, yeah, no, you know what you're looking.
You are a surgeon. I remembered what my point was going to be. Do you feel similarly, and this is kind of interesting because we have a different perspective now on this, is
Sure.
between our age ranges, about going to the bar then when you're underage?
What do you mean?
'Cause,
Oh,
like,
yeah, kinda.
I am kind of get annoyed. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm fucking here to meet someone like who's like 21, 22, 23,
yeah.
24, like in my bracket. And then I meet someone, if they're like, turns out they're 19, I'm just like, come on. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I think if people were to like go to a bar underage, you know, they're using a fake ID or whatever.
mhm.
The only reason I would say it's fine, obviously, you know, it's illegal and all that, but
Mhm.
if they're staying with their people and they don't, because I think it's so lame. I think it's so lame because I have friends, you know, they do that shit at college, you know,
Mhm.
and they'll go out and they'll be like, oh, I met this really hot dude or I met this really hot girl or whatever. And I'm like, oh, you hooked up with them? That's awesome. Do they know? Do they know?
Mhm.
Because it's almost like fucking like it's like catfishing. It's like lying, you know?
You're debating them. Like they have an expectation for you to be there, which is like,
Yeah,
but
because it's like I don't know. I have a lot of feelings on that because I mean, you know, drinking age being 21 in America is its own thing, whatever.
mhm.
But because it is, you know, people should feel confident that the people they're meeting while out doing those things are of that age.
Right,
You know?
right. So like I get that the drinking age is kind of questionable, you know, like a lot of other places have it at like 16 to like 18 years old, you know, that you can
Yeah,
like
and it's
drink
like
alcohol.
there's like the whole argument of like if I have to sign up for the draft when I'm 18, I should be able to drink alcohol.
Mhm.
But then again, if you're whatever, oh god, it's even a whole worse thing when people are in high school and they have fake IDs and
Yeah,
they're
that
going out.
is actually infuriating. Like
Because
if you've
I'm
ever
like,
run into someone who's like 17 years old at like the
no,
bar,
yeah,
you
I
it's
have
so
a
dumb.
friend whose brother is in high school. He's like a sophomore, has a fake ID. He looks older, but he, you know, he's like 16 and he goes out, and I'm like, fucking crazy.
That's damn, that's crazy.
Damn, that's
That's
crazy.
that's
You
kind
know,
of our
because
bit
like,
now. Fuck.
damn, damn, that's crazy. My thumb's in my ass. Anyways,
Thumbs in my ass. No.
anyways,
No,
yeah,
yeah.
that's my 2 cents on that. You know,
Yeah,
to
on
each their
just
own. But if you're gonna get involved in someone else's life, that's fucked up.
yeah, because like that person deserves to like know what the fuck is going on. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Right.
I don't
And
know.
it's just the whole thing. I don't know. And I also think if you're meeting someone through the bar and you like are actually looking for a relationship, ending up meeting someone who's like fucking 19 and you're whatever 23, that's just lame. Not
Hmm.
on your part, but on their part because now you know, if you try to spend time with them, if you're actually interested in this person, they're a whole ass adult, but there's, you know, in a way still a kid.
Yeah, because like it's like you said, like you can debate like what's appropriate to be drinking or not, but the reality is in America, the age is
21.
21. When you're in a bar, you're expecting these people to be 21. Like
Yeah.
you're like, oh, like if I go talk to this person, like they're probably at a similar spot in my life. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
they're like for me, like senior in college. Like I'm expecting to meet like a junior or a senior in college, and then it's like, wait,
Yeah.
what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's a whole lot.
Were
I
you
think people
there?
are stupid.
Were you there for the discussion around like appropriate dating age range with like
What do
Caleb
you
or
mean?
no? Were you not there that day? We
Well,
talked.
where was that?
Oh, you definitely weren't there then because it was like Caleb, Ari, and me.
Oh,
No,
then no, I wasn't
no,
there.
you definitely could not have. I don't think this was way too
Oh,
recent.
was that when
actually.
I was closing that one time?
No, this was a different time. This was really recent. My brain
Oh,
is a
then
fucking potato. I don't know
then
why.
yeah, no, I've been out of state for a while.
Yeah. Basically, I'd be curious to ask you, what is your like your range? Because you're like 19, so like.
For me, it's all voice crack. That's awesome. For me, it's like a kind of a different thing because I mean, as long as they're in, I'm not going to date anyone who's still in high school because it's not so much. They could be 18. That's a year younger than me, but it's more life experience. You
Hmm.
know, I'm not going to date anyone who's a minor because that's fucked up.
Hmm.
Um, and I'm also not going to date anyone who's way older than me just because I don't have as much experience in life as them. You know, if I'm dating someone who's super immature and a 24-year-old, you know, that's like cool and it might be fun, but then I'm, you know, why are they that way, you know? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
It's like,
I dated somebody who was 4 years older than me, 22 and 26. She was. Dude,
okay,
that's
so
everybody. It's kind of scuffed actually in hindsight, but like
that's a little scuffed.
it was. She wanted a lot of different things. It taught me a valuable lesson about
Hmm.
because like when you're like 26, she's gonna turn 27 tomorrow. I think. Happy early birthday to you. Shout out to my ex.
Shout out to your ex.
Um,
Fuck her. No.
nah, she's cool. We're on good terms. We don't talk, but she's like, we're fine. But anyways, yeah, I just like that's why the relationship failed. Honestly, I feel like it's like when you're like 26, when you're 27 years old, and you're dating someone who's 22. I just turned
You just
23.
want different things out of life.
Yeah, like it's like one of you wants to get like married and like buy a house, and the other one wants to have their thumb in their ass. You know what I mean? And like
The
play
other
video
one
games.
starts a shitty podcast with their friend in the other state. You know.
Yeah, but like that's just like the nature of being like in your early 20s versus your mid 20s.
Yeah.
Like when you're in your mid 20s, you're like, God, like she is like a nurse and like has like a really good job and like made like a lot more money than me.
Hmm.
Now, not as much. Now that I work in a more like professional setting,
Hell yeah.
But so like I'm getting closer to that, like, I'm closer
in
to
your
where
life.
she is than when I began. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that only makes sense because like I'm
Yeah,
literally-
like I said, it's life experience. It's like, because it's not necessarily your age or, whatever job you're working. It's where you are, what you're wanting out of life,
Mhm.
Because I could be, right in this point in my life, I don't really want to date around or anything like that. I don't want to sleep around or anything
Mhm.
because, I had my fun with that stuff, but something happened while I was home. My niece was born, and I was like, oh, I think I want to like start taking life a little bit more seriously, and that makes it like a little bit more difficult to be dating in your 20s or whatever, like early 20s, because it's like not everyone's looking for that. Like obviously, I just want to chill out and have a good time, but at the same time, I don't want to just be hooking up with someone and have them make me feel like shit. 'Cause
That's a pretty
not-
big swing for you. I remember you were fucking going ham there for a little bit.
I was going ham there for a little bit, but no, all of a sudden while I was home, I don't know what it was. I'm not religious at all, but I had like a come to Jesus moment on God. I was like,
Oh, yeah. I had that
honest
too.
to God, I think it was like holding my niece because I was like, holy shit, my brother has a whole ass child.
Right here. Damn. No, I mean, you know me. But the audience doesn't, so I'll say it. But like, I only do like long-term relationships. Like
Yeah.
I haven't like dated short-term like basically ever. I went from a 3-year relationship into a 1-year break, into a disaster. Okay, into a 2-year relationship, and it's like,
Disaster was really funny though.
and did slap a girl during sex as hard as I fucking could.
And then you
and-
poop your pants to have sex.
Yeah, so shout out to that story and me
Shout out to
leaking
that
it on
story.
podcast.
You know what? Maybe someday you'll actually tell the whole story, and people will be upset. It'll be great.
Why would people be upset?
I don't know. It's I don't know.
The story is upsetting, I guess,
It's
but
not
only
actually
if you
upsetting, it's-
care about me is the thing.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like if somebody heard this story and they don't know me, they're like, "That's funny as fuck,"
Yeah, God, that story. Yeah,
But
it's a throwback. It's a throwback for sure.
I also did want to say, like when we were talking, like Ari and I, and maybe we should bring her on as a guest at some point because I'm sure she would
Hell yeah.
tell her side of this story. But like
Hell yeah.
for us, we're like our like dating age range is like not that wide right now. It's like pretty fucking narrow.
Yeah.
Like like for you, you're in a weird spot where like you can't go down like at all.
I
right?
can't go down because if I try to date someone who's like 18, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Not just because of the age, but because they have no idea what's going on in their life,
Yeah.
And most of them could even just be getting out of high school or still be in high school, and that's fucked.
Yeah, but for us, like at 23, we can go down like 3 years and still be dating someone who's like a sophomore or like
in
a
their
junior in
20s.
college. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, it just depends when their birthday is. But like, I was like thinking about it, and now that I'm like 23, like, and I think about, okay, what was I like when I was 19? What was I like when I was 20? I don't really want to go back that far. Like 20 feels like pushing it. You know what I mean?
I 100% get what you mean.
Like I'm just like, if I met somebody and she's like, oh, like I'm 20 years old, I'm just like, I feel like there'd have to be a really good connection because then I'm just like, why like what is like making me interested in you? You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
Because like
I get what you're saying completely.
yeah, because like what is a 19-year-old or like a 20-year-old doing that like I give a shit about? You know what I mean? That's like when I was 19 years old. You know what I mean? I'm just like I just wanted to fucking play video games. You know what I mean? Like I really did.
Ooh, here's a big moment. You want to hear something awesome?
Hmm.
One of my roommates just invited one of my exes to come over and hang out and play games with them. So now I need to find a place to go tonight.
Where are you going?
I don't know.
Doxing yourself? Hello? Fucking Wall Street? Is that where you're going?
Going to Wall Street, going to Broadway. You know
Bro.
me.
Fuck
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Alright.
But
Well,
yeah, I
was
get what
gonna-
you're saying on the whole age range thing. Because like I'm 19, I can't go down, I can't go up much because I mean I'm not going to date someone who's even 21 at this point because I can't do most of the stuff they're going to want to do. If you live in a big city and they're 21, all they're going to fucking want to do is go out to like bars and clubs and stuff. Which cool, that's fun and all, but I can't do that. You know.
You know what's
I can't be
funny
what
as
they need.
hell is like I hit 23. As Ari had the same. We really should just bring her on as a guest.
Please,
We'll talk about
she
this
should
later.
Just be a co-host.
She really should. But I wanted to say, now that we're like 23, we like don't want to fucking go out like house parties, like clubbing. Like it just feels kind of like it got old. You know, like we just wore it
I
out.
get
Like that going out, getting fucked up, waking up the next day miserable. Where am I? Whose bed am I? Like, you know, that was so 21 through 22.
Yeah, which I think is fun for a time, but I mean, like, yeah, like things change. You
Yeah.
know, and I get what you're saying, and from a third person's objective, like, I'll have fun doing whatever I feel like for now, but shit gets boring.
Yeah,
Shit gets boring.
I going to like the birthday and just like not drinking at all, seeing everybody and like just having fun. Like that's kind of like what I want to do now. Like, I just want to like hang out with
good.
some people and be like what the fuck, what's going on? You know, get Caleb to go out now that he's not a manager. We can bring him on for the Dutch Bros Manifesto. No, Dunzo Manifesto.
The Dunzo Manifesto.
Yes. So when we were discussing, this was the same day we were talking about the age range.
Sure.
When nobody's a Dutch Bros employee anymore, between like the four of us, we get the forecast going,
Oh,
and
hell yeah.
we do the Dutch Bros Manifesto podcast. All the tea comes out, all the stories, you know, our entire experience, you know, getting hired all the way up to like corporate Dutch Bros now, you know.
Whoa.
It's gonna be fucking crazy.
Oh
And,
my
like, I
God.
can't even
So
use that word.
When are you? You know, it's gonna be whack. Or is that bad too?
No, your wax good. Your wax good.
Wax good? Okay,
Yeah.
damn.
But
Okay. Well, I mean, I hate to cut us off at this point, but we've been going for about an hour, and we
No.
might need to save some of these topics for the next episode.
no, I think that's a good call. This has been a pretty interesting episode. I
been
think
a
it went some
meaty
places that you didn't expect, and I'm really glad that I saved that whole. I wanted to tell you so bad about.
I'm so glad you didn't, though. That was the last thing I was expecting.
Oh
That was
my
the
God.
last thing I was expecting, Damien.
All right, well we'll stop here. We'll head on out, but
It was a pleasure for
Yeah.
the audience.
was it? That's crazy, man.
Are we done?